Johnny Cash guitar lesson. Right. Someone's kindly asked me to do the intro of Fulsom Prison Blues as a guitar lesson, right? Now on the record he's tuned to F, but he's playing in open position, so I'm just going to say it's in E, right? And you'll be using it's the E blues scale they're using, which is open, 4, open, 1, 2, open, 2. Yeah, if you see what I'm saying, every time I say open, go down a string, right? Or up a string, however you want to say it, you know. So that's, yeah, and the riff is, you start off on the 2 on the A string and you hit it 3 times. And then you put your first finger on a note that wasn't in that scale. It's just like a bit of a chromatic thing, I think, in the blues scale, or it might be something else, but that's the way I look at it. And then you hit, so you're hitting the first fret on the D string twice. So you've got, yeah. So second fret on the A string 3 times, and then the first fret on the D string twice, and then use your third finger this time on the second fret of the A string, hit that once, and then put your second finger onto the second fret of the E string and hit it, and bend it downwards to make it sound like a G. So you want it to sound like that, but you hit it there, so it sounds like that, if you get that. So it's, and then you hit the open E. One more time. I'll show it close up, actually. Look. You would do this. And then you just go into your E. It's like the country thing where you alternate the A and the E strings as a bass line kind of thing. You don't have to get it bang on every time. Just kind of get the feel for it. And when you're singing, no one really notices if you're hitting it right or not. I used to agonise on getting it, but like, that, and hitting it. But when you're singing, it's more of a feel. Right, anyway, and then I was going to show you the solo as well, right? Because it's not too difficult, and a lot of people might want to know it, and I don't know what level you're at on the guitar, but you might know the solo. But if someone doesn't, this is how you play the solo. So you put your second finger on the 12th fret of the G string, and you slide it to the 13th fret, like that. And then you put your first finger down on the B string at the 12th fret and hit that note. And then you use your third finger, I would use your third finger, to hit the 14th fret on the same string. And then you kind of go back and forth like this. So it's, so that's all the notes I showed you so far. You just got, if you let me show you closer up again actually. So it's, and then you want to hit this note, which is the E on the D string at the 14th fret. And then what they do is they slide into the A chord, the triad of an A chord, like the bottom of a bar chord basically. So you want to put the A, C and E. So your third finger will be on the A on the D string at the 7th fret. Then the next note is 1 down and to the fret behind it, if you see what I mean, on the 6th fret, which will be C sharp, and then the next one down and across is an E, if you see what I mean. So it's E, C sharp, A, and you want to hit this high on the bottom as well, this one, so that shape, you get it, and you slide it in, you'll be like, they go back to the open E. You know, sorry, they go back to the E and the, you know, the E, the E chord, the E shape chord, and you kind of go. Hit the B7, and you kind of make sure you make the high strings ring out when you're doing it. So you've got. Yeah, that bit's a bit of a variation on the opening riff. Instead of going, you start off on the same note. It's, oh no, what is it? So you hit that twice. The A on the, sorry, the B on the A string, which is the second fret on the A string. So it's 2, 2, 2, 1, 2 on the E string, bent to G, open E. And yeah, the scale you're using down here, so I noticed that, that's I'm doing G, it's like a G sharp. I mean, I'm still, what you've got there is you've got your E. That's the bottom part of an E chord. So that what they're doing is they're kind of sliding into the E chord, and then going off the E pentatonic. Well, if they free me from this prison, if the railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Fulsom prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'll head out and out. I don't remember this bit. And when you finish it off, you'll be like, and then yeah, you go back to the main riff. Something like that. Anyway, you can listen to the record. I'll give you all the bits and pieces. I'm not the best teacher in the world, but hopefully that helped you out. Yeah, it's all E blues basically, except for that note. And then when you go down here, it's the bottom of an E chord with the pentatonic shape. And this is an bottom of an A bar chord, and then you got your Yeehaw!